LGBTQ 1-minute news. Let's queer up gay culture. Hotspots happening out named Florida AIDS Walk 2026 Beneficiary. LGBTQ plus lifestyle magazine Hotspots is back with another issue with a feature on Hotspots happening out being named a Florida AIDS Walk 2026 beneficiary. The feature explores the journey of the once-for-profit magazine evolved into a nonprofit powerhouse supporting LGBTQ plus communities across Florida. Readers will learn about Hotspot's partnership with Happening Out, its $500,000 in annual media sponsorship, and its deep commitment to HIV/AIDS education, testing, and advocacy. Readers will also find out about Stonewall Pride, Pride Fete, and the return of the Men's Wellness Conference. This feature story and many more are included in your free copy of the upcoming issue of Hotspots magazine on stands this Thursday, January 15th. So I'm really looking forward to this year's AIDS Walk. Me and the anchors and everybody from Hotspots happening out, we've always walked with other teams. And now we're a beneficiary, rightfully so. You know, we're an educational nonprofit tool used for queer people to access and get information about how to get tested, how to better, navigate healthcare, where to get tested, where things like that arise. And, to be able to bring these stories to all the folks that watch us every day, it's important. It's needed. We, in our lifetime, I'd love for AIDS to be eradicated. I'd love for the stigma to be raised and for people to go, oh, I'm going to get checked because I do every 6 months just because I want to know my status. I'd love to get to that place one time, at some point. And the Florida AIDS Walk does it every single year. They only have a certain amount of beneficiaries where they raise money and then they match the money dollar for dollar.
That's crazy.
Nonprofits are the first ones that were cut at every corner with who getting into power. So the ability to be able to get some of those so needed monies to help them recover and open up their services to so many as we do every single day is a godsend. So I'm really looking forward to this year's AIDS Walk for sure.
Absolutely. These fundraising events, all of the charities and these big organizational money generators, they literally are the lifeblood or the electricity that brings the light on in so many of our centers across the state, across the world. And without these types of events, I walked in the AIDS Walk several years ago with Dr. Ellie Shockett and on the Happy Heinies team. And, I still have that T-shirt because it's freaking hilarious.
It's a cool shirt, Happy Heinies.
Happy Heinies, because what is he? He's gastroenterology, so he does colonoscopies. So that's why it was called that. But anyway, these organizations do so much to literally keep the light on at a time when our organizations are at risk of shutting their doors. And so I'm just thrilled that the AIDS Walk has just grown. It continues, and it's such a benefit for South Florida.
Right? Yeah. All right. And you could look on all our social media outlets to find out how you can walk with us if you'd like to walk for the Florida AIDS Walk coming up in March. And that is an LGBTQ 1-minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.